The Butterfly Effect. Please subscribe to YouTube channel Once Upon a Time, in a Small Village. There lived a young girl named Sophia. Sophia was a shy and introverted girl who struggled to find her place in the world. She felt like a caterpillar, crawling on the ground, unaware of the beautiful butterfly she could become. One day, Sophia met a wise old man who saw the potential in her. He took her under his wing and taught her the art of transformation. He showed her how to let go of her fears, to spread her wings, and to fly. Sophia was skeptical at first, but she was desperate for change. She began to practice the old man's teachings, and slowly but surely, she started to feel a transformation taking place within her. She started to see the world in a different light, to appreciate the beauty in every detail, and to find joy in the simplest things. She began to spread her wings, to take risks, and to explore the world around her. As Sophia transformed, she began to inspire those around her. She became a beacon of hope, a shining example of what it means to transform and to become the best version of oneself. Years went by, and Sophia became a confident and compassionate woman. She continued to spread her wings, to fly higher, and to inspire others to do the same. One day, Sophia returned to the wise old man who had taught her the art of transformation. She thanked him for showing her the way, for helping her to spread her wings, and for inspiring her to become the beautiful butterfly she was meant to be. The old man smiled, knowing that Sophia had truly transformed. He said, "And quote, you are no longer a caterpillar, Sophia. You are a beautiful butterfly, flying high and free. Remember to always spread your wings, to take risks, and to inspire others to do the same." And quote. And with that, Sophia flew off into the sunset, a symbol of transformation, hope, and inspiration. This story is approximately 20 minutes long. Here is a suspenseful and horror-filled bug story in English. The Infestation. In the small town of Willow Creek, a sense of unease settled over the residents like a shroud. It started with small things. A missing pet here, a strange noise there. But as the days went by, the occurrences grew more frequent and more bizarre. At first, no one suspected a thing. But as the townspeople began to notice strange, bite-like marks on their skin, they realized that something was terribly wrong. Dr. Catherine Morse, a renowned entomologist, was called in to investigate. She arrived in Willow Creek on a sweltering summer evening, her mind racing with possibilities. As she stepped out of her car, she was greeted by the town's sheriff, a gruff but kind-hearted man named Bill. And quote, "Dr. Morse, thank you for coming," and quote, Bill said, his eyes scanning the surrounding area nervously. And quote, "We've got a real problem on our hands," and quote. Catherine followed Bill to the local hospital, where she was introduced to a young woman named Sarah. Sarah's skin was covered in painful red welts. And quote, "What happened to you?" and quote, Catherine asked, her eyes widening in concern. Sarah hesitated before speaking. And quote, "I was in my backyard, gardening. I felt something crawling on me, but when I looked down, there was nothing there." And quote. Catherine's eyes locked onto Sarah's. And quote. And then, and quote. Sarah's voice trembled. And quote. "And then I started feeling these bites. They're all over my body." And quote. Catherine's mind was racing. She knew that she had to act fast to uncover the source of the infestation. As she began her investigation, Catherine realized that the problem was far more sinister than she had initially thought. The bites were not just random attacks, they were a coordinated effort by an unknown entity. And then, there were the eggs. Catherine had discovered a strange, gelatinous substance in the homes of the affected residents. It was as if something had laid eggs in the very walls of their houses. As the days passed, Catherine grew more and more desperate. She knew that she had to find the source of the infestation before it was too late. But as she delved deeper into the mystery, she realized that she was in over her head. The entity responsible for the infestation was far more powerful than she had ever imagined. And then, there was the terrifying truth. The entity was not just a simple insect, it was a highly evolved, sentient being that had been awakened by some unknown force. As Catherine struggled to comprehend the true nature of the entity, she realized that she was running out of time. The entity was growing stronger by the day, and it would stop at nothing to claim the town of Willow Creek as its own. Catherine knew that she had to act fast. She gathered a small team of scientists and law enforcement officers, and together, they hatched a plan to defeat the entity. But as they prepared to face the entity, they realized that they were in for the fight of their lives. The entity was relentless, attacking them with wave after wave of its insectoid minions. Catherine and her team fought bravely, but they were vastly outnumbered. Just when it seemed like all was lost, Catherine remembered something. She had discovered that the entity was vulnerable to a specific frequency of sound waves. With newfound hope, Catherine and her team launched a final attack on the entity. They blasted it with sound waves, weakening it enough for them to launch a physical attack. As the entity lay dying, Catherine felt a sense of relief wash over her. She had saved the town of Willow Creek from the brink of destruction. But as she turned to leave, she saw something that made her blood run cold. The entity's eggs, which had been laid in the walls of the town's homes, were starting to hatch. Catherine knew that the nightmare was far from over. The entity may have been defeated, but its legacy lived on. And as she walked away from the ruins of the entity's lair, Catherine couldn't help but wonder what other horrors lay hidden in the shadows, waiting to strike.